Hey, what's going on? So today I have a review of the movie Buried, starring Ryan Reynolds, and it's a non-comedy, which is different for him. So let's dive in. So this is directed by Rodrigo Cortez, and he's done nothing else really mainstream. He's done a bunch of short films and did something else, but I had never heard of it. And this is like his first big commercial thing, and it's actually, really good. So, the plot of this movie is a guy wakes up, Ryan Reynolds, in a box. He's underground, he doesn't know how he got there, and all he knows is that he was working in Iraq and he was driving trucks there, bringing supplies and whatnot, doing that kind of thing. He wasn't a soldier, he was just a civilian doing some contract work there. And he gets ambushed by these terrorists or whoever they are. They're never really defined as terrorists, but just as people. It's explained in the film. And he wakes up in this box not knowing anything, and he sees a phone and a couple sources of light. He has a lighter in his pocket, a flask with some liquor, and some pills for anxiety. And at the bottom of the box, there's a bag with a couple supplies. So yeah, there isn't really much to say about this plot. It seems fairly simple, but as it progresses, like, it just blows up. Like, it just keeps going. Like, the whole thing takes place in this box, but because of the phone, he can contact people and he can, like, gather information for why he's there, and it really moves along and it really pulls you in, and it's very, very suspenseful. Ryan Reynolds really does a great job at pulling off this sort of nobody guy, who's just like, I'm just a nobody. Why are they doing this to me? But if this was someone else, you'd want to save them immediately. It's just like feeling like he's not being treated right. And for a movie that takes place in the box, this definitely succeeds. And one of my favorite things about this movie, and one of the big highlights, is, no pun intended, but the lighting. Like, they have a couple sources. There's his lighter, there's a flashlight that's in there that has like a red light. It's kind of strange, but because of the way the movie's set up, it actually works, and it goes for some really cool lighting effects. And he gets some, whatever those things are, you break them and they're green, you shake them up, those weird things. And it just keeps it really visually interesting. And as it changes and the plot moves on and you learn more things, it's just, like, with all this suspense of who he's talking on the phone with and, like, how great it looks, you're just like, this is super awesome. I'm totally enjoying this. And there's never really a dull moment in the plot. It just keeps going, and it expects you to keep up. The one thing it really surprised me was, like, this plot, like, just totally goes. Like, it just moves. And towards the end, like, there's just throwing things at you, and you really got to keep up. But if you do, you get, like, some great information. It just makes the plot so... it thickens it. And, in my opinion, this is one of the most unique and best thrillers to date. The way that everything is just well explained, it just keeps you interested, and once you get past, like, the 15-minute mark, you are in it till the end. Once the movie starts, it starts in darkness. And for, like, the first minute or so, you just hear shuffling and slight cries of pain. Ryan Reynolds really, really outdid himself in this film, and he's really not getting as much praise as he totally deserves. Now, on the downside of this movie, which there really isn't that much, there's some unique shots, I guess I'll say, that the director uses, which at some points it kind of felt like he was trying too hard, but what do I know? I mean, I enjoyed it very much, and all the shots were kind of cool. Like, I mean, it all takes place in this box, so, like, the more interesting it looks, I guess the more visually interesting it'll be. Duh. But the that's really the only tiny complaint I have, is that sometimes it just felt like he was trying a little too hard. But I mean, the suspense is great, the box is filthy and disgusting, and this movie is totally fucking awesome. And believe it or not, it has a great ending. The ending will, I don't know, it surprised me. I don't know if it'll surprise you guys, but it definitely surprised me. And I gotta say, if you're claustrophobic, I'm not. But after watching this movie, I kind of take a lap. You know, I was walking around, kind of like thinking about it. I was just walking around my house. I was like, wow, I totally don't want to be confined right now. I mean, this is definitely something to check out. This is like a realistic horror film. Like, what if this happened to you? They do it very realistically, and it's very, very well done. This is something that I think was overshadowed. It had a budget of 3 million, I think, but in the box office it made like 1.1 million or something. Like, this should have been in wide release, and it would have been a huge hit. I'm sure not that many people heard about it, but if you get a chance, rent this on Netflix. This is definitely worth watching on demand or whatever. Watch this movie. On a 1 to 10 rating, this is definitely a high, solid 8. So, remember, subscribe, give me your thumbs down, rate me, comment, do anything. But I'm going to keep posting these no matter what. Yeah.